Hello students, so today we are going to discuss about the continuation part about the emerging the problems. So the protective measures towards the small producers also met with the little success. With many large producers, they are producing goods and clandestinely as the small producers. So we have what the government has taking some of the protective measures towards whom it is taking the protective measures towards the small producers who are there. So whatever it is taking the protective measures, it has got only a little success. With many large producers, they are producing goods as the small producers. And one more, the another problem faced by the Indian industry was the lack of quality of some of its products. So this is the problem our Indian industry it has faced about the quality. For example, if we see the compared to the topmost brand of car is produced in the India. So there are many other cars also, there are many other car producers also in the world, whose that car were with the better quality and also cheaper prices for also there. But one of the reasons for the low quality, like as we said, it is a lack of competition among the producers who are there in the Indian industry. So even if we see in the industries, they some of the mostly the industries they are run by whom, the private producers only, and the competition is also limited because the government it controls overall the industry, so that here the competition was limited because due to the government will controls. And there were also controls on the like opening new factories and buying new machinery also. The government have given the restrictions here, so that they were completely controls to open the new factories and in the buying the new machinery also. And the import and export of the industrial goods are including the machinery and the raw materials are all also controlled here. So the whoever the private manufacturers are there, first of all they need the government permission and license if they want to set up a industry. If they want to do any activities related to the industry, then first of all they need to get the permission from the government. And the prices of important industrial goods were also it will laid down by whom, the government only, and the producer they have to sell only at that price. So whatever the prices the government will decide, the prices of the important essential industrial goods which are there, so the government and the whoever the producers are there, they have to follow the same prices only. Many people who are there, many people were of the view that Indian industry is a result of government controls. It means the completely whatever the Indian industries are there, if we see as in the view, then it will be completely in the government controls only, and it doesn't modernizing fast also, and it was producing goods for the higher cost rate. And even they are not trying to make the technological improvements also. If we see in the case of the government industrial enterprises, so here the government will allow to specific amount everywhere every year to operate these industries. So in the case of, if we see in the case of industrial industry government industrial enterprises who are there, the government will only give some amount of money for every year to operate all these industrial activities. So in the long run, what we see there, we were expected to become as the independent and they can generate the revenue from the government. So however, if we see, it was the other way around for many government, and it can run the factories by continually, and required, it can require the government assistance also, and there was a regular interference in the running them. So the revenue of the government has the other different way, and it has many government factories which are running, and continuously they are requiring the government assistance also, and there has a regular interference in running them, and whatever the functioning are there much below, they were also what was expected, that functions are only new policies for the industries. So, in the year of the 1990s, what happened? The country it has started begin to relook at the industrial policies back till then. So what happened in the year of 1990s? Our country it has started relooking back to the industrial policies which are there. So a new industrial policy was announced. What is that? Many activities which were earlier restricted only for the government were now allowed for the private industry. So whatever the activities which are in previously, which are the activities are restricted only for the government, now were now allowed that rules are now allowed for the private industries also. So the government also relaxed laws, so that whatever the factories are there, the factory can made consumer goods, and also it can import from the other countries also. And many of the government rules are there which are simplifying, and it is also encouraging the industrial activities in India, especially for who are the new entrepreneurs are there, for them in our India it is making simplifying, and it is encouraging in the industrial activities. So if in case, in order to improve the efficiency of government owned industrial companies which are there, the government had sold some of them from them. So the financial support, whatever it may be providing from the government to run the remaining companies of these, they have also got reduced. So these companies are also allowed to take some of the decisions independently without any interference from the government. And whatever the private or the government companies are there from the other countries, they so that companies now they are encouraged to come in our country and set up the factories in our country in India, so that if they come from the other country to our country, then they will also bring up the new technologies, so that new technology can become the common, and more goods could be exported to markets outside the country. So whatever, if we encourage them to come from the other companies to come in our country and set up the factories, then we have the benefit of they will bring the new technology, we can use it, and also we can export more and more markets outside in the country. So in this way, the new these are the new policies for the industries have got in the through the government. Next is the impact of the industrialization policies. So there has been a rise and increase in the number of industrial units due to the industrialization policies. So because of this industrial policies, we can see that there is a lot of increase in the industrial units, and the employment has also increased because of these industrial units, that many people getting the employment opportunities, but less than expected, they are low paying quality is also there. So if we see today, nearly 2 lakh large factories are called organized manufacturing units, and nearly 3 crore small manufacturing units are there which are unorganized. So they are operating in our India. How much? First of all, the 2 lakhs large factories which will organized by their own by the manufacturing units, and nearly the 3 crore small unorganized manufacturing units, they are operating in our country. So these industrial units have both the large and the small employees, nearly about 1/5 of our India. It means nearly the 460 million people are the workers are there to in today's date who are works in the industrial units. One of the most important point in these industrial development is after when the new policies are getting after when the new policies have introduced, so what was the role of the small firms, and they have also declined with many big industries, and they are coming up to the produce factory based goods. So what is the main point here? Whatever the industrial development is happening when the new policies have introduced, when the new policies have got into existence, so that if in this situation the small firms the small firms, people who are there, they have what they have done, they have declined with many big industries, and also they are coming up with the produce factory based goods here. So if we see, another important goal of industrial policies in our India is to generate the employment opportunities in the industrial activities. So if they generate the employment opportunities, then many workers can get the benefits here, then they can get the work and they can earn some amount of income, raising the proportion of the people who are employed in the factories. They are generally as seen as the important indicator of the economic development of our country. So that many of the laws were in it has got in our India to streamline and the industries, so they can provide the better salaries to the workers also, and they can also provide the safety, good safety to the workers also. At the same time, they also provide the workplace, and they can also provide the health and medical benefits to the people who, the workers who are there. So it was the envisaged of that more and more industries can get established, and if the more and more industries are establishing, then the more and more workers can earn the better incomes to survive their life during in this process. So this did not happen in our India, but even after 6 decades, then after our Indian independence, whatever the share of employment is there, it has gone up as much as expected. So here a large section of the workers are employed in small industries only, which are generally paying very low salaries, and also they are dividing the safe working conditions also, and also the health benefits. In the contrast to the expectations, whatever the large industries are there, they are begin to replace the workers with the technology. It means the large industries, they are the new technologies has coming up now. So the large industries which are there, they have such amount of income to buy the machineries and new technologies which are getting, so that they are replacing the workers with the technology. Here the workers are becoming less and the machines are becoming high in the industry, so that more and more automation has been taking place in the industries. So this will lead to what? Almost zero additional employment in the large factories. It means 0% of employment. It means all the work is running by the machines and technology only. Then what is the need of the workers here? So in large factories, what is happening? This process is leading to the zero additional employment. So here we have a pie charts, a two pie charts. Look at the following pie charts here. What it is showing? It is showing the employment in the three kinds of economic activities in the percentage of the total workers at the time. So here what in the first diagram we can see that employment in the industry in the year of the 1972 to 1973 in percentage. So what are the different sectors here? The agriculture sector, the industry, and the service sector. So in these three sectors, if we see, So coming to the industry sector, it is just 11 percentage in the year of the 1972 and 1973. It is just 11 percentage. And coming to the service sector, it is just a 15 percentage. And coming to the agriculture sector, it is 74 percentage. So if we compare the three sectors, then the agriculture sector is the highest sector here. Coming to the next one, the employment in the industry in the year of 2009 to 2010 in percentage. So if we see the industry sector, it is a 22 percentage, and the service sector is the 31 percentage, and the agriculture sector is 47 percentage. So in this also the agriculture sector is the highest sector. But if we compare to the years to the 1972 and 2009, we can see the differences here. That what are the differences we can see here in other sectors also, not only in agriculture sector, in other sectors like industry and services, it has got the growth here. We can see the growth here. In previously the industry, it is just 11, now it is 22, it is doubled. And in service sector, at the time it was just 15, now it is a 31. So it has got the increase and growth in these sectors also. And in agriculture, previously it was 74, it is 47. So somewhat it is decreased in the agriculture sector. But still now also in 2009 to 10 also, the agriculture sector is only the highest sector if we compare in the all three sectors. Production of the factory based goods has increased over the years. So you may recall that what are the establishing basic industries are firstly set up in our India. So to that the leaders have took the industrialize India. So the establishment of those industries have resulted in the it has got increase in the production of that goods. So here look at the following charts which are given. So first you can see here the production of steel in the million tons. So what is this production? The product, it is the steel. So the production of steel, how it is increased during the years, we will see now. So here we have given the years from the 1950 to 51, and 1960 to 61, 1970 to 71, 1980 to 81, 1990 to 91, 2000 to 2001, 2010 to 2011. So these are the years, how it has been increased in these years, we will see now. So first if we see the 19, so whatever the blue color, it indicates the crude steel, and whatever the brown color boxes, it is indicate that finished steel. So in the year of 1950 to 51, we can see that uh, the crude steel has increased as if we see the finished steel. And if we see in the year of 1960, in the same way the crude steel is only increased. And if we see in 1970, so these are just in the percentage of the 1%, and 1960 to 61 is just 2%. And the 1970 to 71 is also increased as we see the comparing to previous years. And 1980 to 81 also it is a 10%, and 1990 to 91 it is maybe a 12%, and 2000 to 2001 it is 30%, and 2010 to 11 is at last it is 70%. So like this, year by year these crude steel and finished steel, they have got increased. And coming to next chart, we can see what is the product here. It is a cement, it is in the million tons. So in the same years as from the 1950 to 2011, these are the years. So how it is increased in the years from 1950 to 2011, it has increased. You can see in 1950 to 51 it is, if it is 0, in 1960 to 61 it is maybe a 3, and in 1970 it is 5, and 1980 it is 7, and 1990 it is 50. It means day by day rapidly it is increasing to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 100. At last in 2011 it is 200. So like this, we can see in these charts that how these products it has been production of these products like steel and cement